What's up, guys? This is High Vibe Oracle with another pick a card reading. As you can see, we are going to be looking at your love life for 2023, starting a new year. So, I'm sure some of you are wondering, is this the year I get someone new? Is this the year that my person and I take it to the next level? We are going to figure out what's going on for you guys relationship wise, whether you are single or currently in a situation. So we have on our first deck here, we've got the Tarot of the Divine and the Rose Quartz. Group 2, we've got the Shadowscapes Tarot and an Amethyst Cluster. And for group 3, we have the Modern Witch Tarot and Selenite. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time. Pause if you guys feel like you have to try and see which one resonates the most to you. And I will have timestamps clicked below in the description and in the comments section. So go ahead and click on the timestamp to whichever group you choose, and I will see you there. But first, we're going to do deck number 1. What's up, group number 1? Here we go with your love reading for 2023. I'm going to let you guys take another good look at this lovely rose quartz. Now, I'm sure most of you guys know that rose quartz does specifically deal with love, whether it is love of others or also for me, self-love vibes. I'm getting a lot of self-love vibes. So we'll see where that takes us for this reading. Let's see what the universe has in store for us love-wise this coming year. Go ahead and give that a nice shuffle. This one seems really good. Queen of Coins. Okay. Queen of Coins is giving me a lot of independent energy here. It's also the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Coins is a nurturing and motherly type of energy, an energy that's very focused in earth. So I don't know if this means that you are an earth sign, so you could be one of those, or it could just be that this is something on a very material level, very physical level, and I'm getting a lot of physical vibes here looking at the Queen of Coins. So it could be that right now that is what you're focused on, is having things together for you on a material and physical plane. I've also got the Six of Wands, which tells me that you are going to be attracting a lot of attention in this upcoming year. You're very aware of what you have. I'm seeing someone who's very aware of what they have and what they've got, and are, what do they say? If you got it, flaunt it. Like, so it's someone who's very sure of themselves. They've got the qualities that they know attracts others, and they're not afraid to kind of put that out there. So that is what I see kind of going on for you for this year. So it looks like if you are single and looking for a partner, you're not gonna have a lot of trouble with people, looking your way. You're definitely going to get a lot of attention here. Let's split this here. Okay, this is the other person. Okay. So yeah, because this is definitely, if you pick this group, you're probably single. I'm not saying that all of you are, but I feel like quite a few of you who have picked this one, you are a single Pringle, and you're looking for someone who is able to satisfy you on an emotional level. I'm seeing this here. I'm just moving this over to the side to make room for more. whoever it is that you're trying to attract is someone who is understanding, someone who is like the word empathic comes to mind, but it's also someone who is very just interested in you, not just on a physical level, because I feel like you get that a lot, but someone who really wants to know like your feelings and um what makes you tick and what are the things that you really enjoy and how can this person make you as happy as they can be. The Ace of Swords shows me victory after a struggle. So this person may have to uh, do a little bit of work to get the kind of attention from you that they seek. Um, because I'm looking at these ropes and these knots, and as someone who is very used to a physical like it because it makes me feel like I'm saying that like you're not interested in an emotional thing, and that's not it. But I feel that it is very, very hard to get to those emotions, whether it's because that's just how you are normally, you keep things close to the vest, or for some of you, you have been hurt in that way. And so you're like, yeah, that's not ever happening again. So, whoever this person is, they are cutting through a lot to try to get to you here and to really, you know, attract you on more on a physical level in order to say like, hey, I'm here and I'm trying to be here for what most people call the long haul. Whoever this person is, they are looking for actual like commitment. Like they come from an emotional place. So what they really want is to be the one that really just captures your heart. Um, and just so you guys know, obviously these are queens here, but I'm just reading off of energies. You could be a dude, they could be a dude, non-binary or what have you, anywhere in the spectrum. That don't matter. I am talking about energies. I am not talking about actual genders or sexes. Let's see, get a couple more from here. Cut here. Yay, cut from here. Interesting. Okay, yeah, that is because I keep on getting karmic vibes from Justice and the sword right there. So it's definitely them kind of cutting through those boundaries that you made because you have been hurt before. I'm also being drawn to that yin yang symbol underneath our guy here. He is like, this guy is like, I understand what has happened to you, but I'm here to bring balance back into your life. And that's really what this is about. This is about a relationship that brings a sense of balance back that had not been there before. That was not, that had been something you were seeking, but was not able to get here. I'm going to get one more card and then I'm going to move to the Oracle. So one last card. I don't know if it wants to like fly out or it's going to make me work for it. Yeah, we're going to work for it today. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so this is, for a lot of you, this is new territory. I want you guys to know that this person is coming toward you and asking you to meet them halfway. It is a kind of dangerous path for you because you have been hurt before. It is a murky path because you're not sure if you can trust yourself in these situations. But the moon is here to tell us that, you know the difference between your intuition and your fear. There are shadows, obviously, that you need to bring back to the surface to really kind of reflect on. And the moon is asking you to take a moment and discern which is which. Um, this person is coming towards you with pure intentions, and it's just going to be, obviously be careful with anyone that you interact with, but don't be so afraid that you think that your fear is your intuition when it's not. So that's what that's telling me here. It looks like you're going to be pulling in a lot of attention, but there's definitely going to be one person that stands out who really, really wants you for the long haul here. I'm going to pull from this one here. The Believe in Your Own Magic deck. Let's see. I've got a whole bunch of decks over here in front of me. I'm like, which ones do I pick? So this one is calling, this one is calling out to me. See? Evil Queen, you deserve sugar, not salt. See, I don't make this stuff up. You deserve sugar, not salt. So also beware of people who are going to be like, hey, I'm here for the long haul. And they're not. They're not. And that's why, especially on top of the Six of Wands, with all that attention that you guys are getting, it is very easy to be misled, which is why we have the moon here to remind you that you have an intuition and it is strong, but you have to learn to trust it again. So trust yourself and trust your intuition. Let's get one more from this. I'm super glad that one decided I wanted to fly out, because that's great. I'm gonna cut. I also have the Escapist, Come Home to Yourself. So obviously what that is stop feeling around for outside things. It's once again looking into your intuition and making your decisions based on that. Don't be afraid of just kind of sitting alone with your thoughts and realizing that, okay, these things happen, but how do I get past it? Is this person really for me? Am I just looking at their face and their body and going, heck yeah? Or is there something on a deeper level that I'm not, that I'm just like not paying attention to the way that I should? I'm going to go ahead and grab the animal deck here. And I can see the sun is going down where I am. I hope that you guys are able to see everything okay. So if you guys notice that like colors are changing or quality of the light is changing, it's because everybody was doing like sawing and construction work and I couldn't film earlier in the day and I was bummed. So I'm filming it now. I'm gonna cut from right there. And we're gonna get Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because there are going to be a lot of people coming to you, and it's going to be hard to see the forest for the trees. It's going to be hard to wow, I have Where's Waldo in my head. So it's going to be hard to find that one person who is sincere among, the sea of people who are not. So, sometimes it's good to take a step back and to really just kind of take stock of everything that you're seeing and make sure that you're not, being overwhelmed, because it's very easy to get overwhelmed in this situation here. I keep on seeing this deck, so I'm going to go grab the self-care deck here and see what messages this oracle deck has for us. Okay, got it right there. That'd be nice. Sweet treat. Okay, so definitely, you deserve sugar, not salt. Sweet treat. Come on, guys. What is this? So this is going to be, especially when I see the Queen of Pentacles, and I was talking about like nurturing and very like a physical sort of situation here. Sweet treats. I'm seeing a lot of cooking, cooking dates, like, you know, you and a person like at their house or at your place, and you guys are making dinner together, or you know, baking treats for people that are special to you. um, I'm also seeing people giving you treats. So I'm thinking Valentine's Day, there's going to be a lot of chocolate gifts, candy, strawberries being gifted to you because, you know, people are interested in you. So I'm seeing that here. I'm going to pull one more. Let's see if anything wants to fly out. No. No fly out. Okay. From here. Okay. Also, I have create art. So when we're talking about intuition and escaping to yourself, whatever creative thing that you do, it could be a culinary art, it could be poetry, it could be actual, you know, drawing. But using that and just kind of expressing yourself as a way of dealing with your shadows, as a way of trying to figure out your heart and your emotions and the things that you want in life and the things that you do not want. That is going to be very, very helpful, especially when you've met that person and you're going, okay, like this person seems sincere. I need to kind of take time to myself and really think about what I'm doing, or really kind of like tap into that higher self within me, and, you know, figure out what I'm going to do here. Um, let's see. We're gonna go grab some crystal oracles. I got all the oracle decks today, guys. I'm just gonna get as many hints. I can't make it up. Trust your intuition, guys. When this is going down, I want you to actually trust your intuition. I want you to actually, you know, take a deep breath into your heart center, like get rid of everything else around you and really go, is this what I want? Is this someone I can trust? Is this someone that I can give the benefit of the doubt? Because there is someone in that crowd who is truly there for you, for the long haul, for a long-term relationship, and not just for like a couple of nights here and there. Yes. Okay. My brain was like, do I want this? I want to get maybe one or two from here. And then we will call it a day. Boat. Interesting. Okay. I've got the money path and the boat. Money or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. And a path with money is waiting for you to find it. For some of you, this is you have received some sort of monetary gain, and as you're out and about and partying because you've got like that increased freedom, that's when you're going to find this person. Whoever this person is just as free, if not a bit more so than you are. And so that's also part of the reason why you're not entirely sure. Because is it because you want their money, or is it because you want their heart? Is it because they are like looking for a sugar baby, or are they looking for someone to share their life with? Um, let's see. I see this as months of the year. August. Okay. So this is a decision that we'll be making in August. And once again, there it is. That's the moon. That's the moon. Um I am seeing a business partner as well. So this could be somebody in your job, or someone who is interested in a business that you are starting or running. Um, and so you're wondering if it's cool to do that. And that's for that's for a select few of you as well. These three are very specific to a few of you. Um, but yeah, for most of you, there is somebody coming your way. And that person is going to be really, really interested in you in all ways, but it's going to be up to you to decide whether or not you want to take that step with them. Don't let past hurts get in the way. Go ahead, trust your instincts, and if you feel like that person is someone that you're willing to allow in your life, go ahead and allow it, okay? All right, guys, that was your reading. If it resonates, go ahead and hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Tell me what group you got. Tell me how you feel about it. Are you a single Pringle looking for somebody? Or was this like, I'm not even like single though. Like I have someone. And then, I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe this wasn't for you, or maybe this wasn't for you. I won't even try and sling that around. But I hope you guys have a great day. I'm gonna go move on to group 2, and I will see you during another one of my readings. Bye bye. Hey, group 2, what's up? Here we are. We've got your Shadowscapes tarot deck and your amethyst cluster. Just give you guys a good look at that here. Let's go ahead and let's see what we've got for you guys starting for your love life in the year of 2023. Okay, let's roll on ahead with this. I've got the 7 of Cups. Okay, I see y'all. So you guys have quite a bit of, if you're single, you've got quite a bit of options out there around you. I'm thinking a couple of you might have also have been drawn toward group 1. If you were, I think it might be worth a watch. And then for some of you who are in relationships, I'm definitely seeing a lot of weighing options of the future. I'm seeing just like commitment and if, when, how going on with the 7 of Cups. Like there are decisions that need to be made and you're not entirely sure which one you should pick. So I'm definitely getting just like, okay, where do we go from here? Also a lot of dreams of the future with the person that you're with. If you are in a relationship, let's see. I also got both of them wanted to come through. 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Wands. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there is a lot of, I almost feel like you are the only person thinking of those decisions, or you feel that you are. Um, because when I see the Five of Pentacles and I see this kind of like, I'm alone and I'm despairing, but I also see the butterfly here, which represents things are being changed, like things are changing for the better. I'm looking at these um, vines and this greenery underneath, as well as that stained glass window and that heart that's right there. So it feels like you guys, your heart is being torn in this situation because you're just not sure whether the decisions that you want are the decisions that they want. But then I'm also seeing the Four of Wands, which is saying that you are being supported and family and celebrations. I know in the Rider Waite, it literally looks like a marriage. You guys might be actually talking about marriage, um, and it's, if you're thinking about it, they are also thinking about it. For my single folks, there's definitely, um, if you're feeling like you're not entirely sure what to do, don't be afraid to reach out to someone, because there is so many choices. Like there's so many choices that you're feeling almost like afraid to look up and pick one. But you've got a support group and you know what you want to do. Um, Whatever it is that you choose to do, um, it is a favorable choice that I'm seeing as well. So there's a lot going on with you guys, group two. For some of you, you really are looking at taking a next step, whether with a person that you're with or a different person, because there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion and there's a lot of stress behind it as well. Let's see if there's anything else. Any confirmation of a good ending? Like there's so much happening here. It's almost kind of hard to unpack it all. The last one. Oops. Ten of Swords. Uh-oh. Okay. That's a very abrupt ending. I'm seeing the end, a painful end of something in the past as well. If you are, if this is something that you're wanting, but the other person doesn't want it, it looks like it's time to just kind of cut the cord right now, because it's, I'm trying to figure out the best way of saying this. I'm just going to grab one more card while I try and gather my thoughts here, because there's a lot of like, I always want to say conflicting information, and it feels maybe that for some of you, what they want and what you want aren't the same. Six of Wands and Judgment. Okay. Yeah. It's whatever you guys want. For some of you, it's not the same. And it looks like once you guys kind of bring that out into the open, there's going to be either like the end of a fight. For some of you, it might be the end of a relationship, but that's a very, very, like a very select few. I'm also getting the sense that because you're not telling them how you feel, it's causing a strain. So don't be afraid to tell them what you want in this relationship. Because when I'm looking at it here, I'm looking at it here, and it's just like it's the end of it's the end of your heartache. It's the end of your I am alone, and it's the end of your self-imposed misery. This is self-imposed misery when you don't need to have it. Um, you yeah, because you are supported in the situation. When I look at the cards as a whole, like it's telling a story, right? Like cards tell a story every time that we pull them. Like there are so many choices that you have, but when you're thinking about those things, you're thinking about it by yourself. Stop doing that. um Take that time, and whether it's like, oh, like whether it's at a party or something, or you guys are just thinking about like the next step, have that open communication and get rid of that feeling that I have to make these decisions on my own, or that like I'm thinking about these things, but that other person doesn't really want that. Like they've never said anything like that before, because that's not the case. That's not the case. Once you end that thought, that's when you actually end up coming out on top. Like if you actually speak with that person, for some of you, yeah, it might end a relationship, and then you're able to find somebody who's actually able to do uh to be on that same page as what you want to do. Um but for some of you, it is a matter of being back on top, and back not in love, but back in a place of openness and reassurance with your person, which is awesome. And then the judgment card here is giving me a lot of like um waking up vibes, a lot of announcement vibes. So I'm seeing like there is an announcement that is going to be given as well. So it could be a marriage that I'm seeing here, especially with the Four of Wands as well. So it's, if you are thinking about going that next step, maybe you should, instead of like keeping it to yourself, you should tell them about it. Go ahead and tell them about that, and tell them how you feel. Let's go ahead and pull from the spirit animal deck. Let's see what kind of advice or messages we have for group 2, so we can kind of get past this murkiness in 2023 and turn it into something beautiful. Because there's a lot of murkiness that can be fixed by just talking with your significant other. This is definitely more towards people who are in a relationship. For those of you who are single, it's about putting yourself out there. And if like a friend, I'm seeing like you like a friend or someone who you've had contact with before, and you're kind of afraid to approach them with it. But you'd be surprised. It looks like they're just as attracted to you as you are to them. Just checking the lighting right now, because the sun is setting where I am, and I want to make sure you guys are able to see things okay. Okay. White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. I'm also getting number 66 here, so I look out for synchronicities. So yeah, just kind of trust in yourself, and trust in what you feel between you and that person, and trust that you and they may just have the same idea. You never know. Like you'll never know until you ask them. So go ahead and trust in yourself, and have faith and confidence in the other person to, even if they don't feel the same way, to speak with you in a way that isn't confrontational, and you guys are able to have like a mature and honest conversation about the things that you both want in life, which is all we really want. You know what I mean? We all just want to be understood. I also have Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace. So, as much as you want understanding, be sure that you give them the same. If they don't agree with your views, if they don't feel the same way you do about maybe like starting a family or getting married or even starting to date, it's okay to just sit there and just listen to them and take stock of their feelings because it's important. It's important to be that way. It's important to be just as open to them as you want them to be open toward you. That's very, 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 very important. I'm going to go grab this deck here, the Self-Care Oracle deck. Let's see what they've got to say for us today. On va shuffler. Be still. Yes. Don't be so quick. Don't be so quick to think that the person that you're thinking of is so like different in thoughts than you are. So like once again, when I was talking about, feeling that you are all alone in this like, oh, I'm making all these thoughts, I have all these dreams about the future. Not quite. Take a moment. Take a moment before you start assuming things of people because that's not the case here. They definitely deserve to be listened to and not just brushed off before you even like address these issues with them. Okay, what is you? Abundance planning. Yes. So for those of you who are thinking about marriage, who are thinking about maybe having a kid, that's expensive. That is expensive. So it's a good idea to just start, just writing your plans down, writing down, obviously you don't have to share it with anybody, right? Like no one's asking you to do that, but just take the moment to look into things. How much would this cost? How much would this cost? How can we, if I, for instance, wanted to get married here, what does that look like? Like, don't let go of your dreams just because you think that somebody else isn't into it. Don't let go of your dreams just because they are not into it, because your dreams are yours and yours alone. Just, take a time, keep it to yourself if you have to, but uh, don't just don't just let your dreams die because you don't think something is going to happen or because you have had that conversation with that person and they ended up not really wanting it. No matter what, just, keep stock of your dreams and keep stock of the things that you want in life because that's, even if they're not the person, you're going to find someone eventually. Like, someone's going to be like, oh, absolutely, I want to have like kids with you. Oh, absolutely, I want to go get married in the Bahamas. You know what I mean? Like, don't put it all on one person, but also, play around with it, play around with your dream, play around with how much that stuff is going to cost because it does cost. And you have to plan for that kind of thing. So, it's about taking care of yourself in all ways, not just emotionally, but financially. I'm going to grab one from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck and see what else they've got to say for us here. Do like that. hurricane comes to an end. Yes, especially with the Ten of Swords there. It's it's hard to find a way to put how you feel into words sometimes. Um, it's also hard to deal with your own internal anguish, but it has to end sooner or later. You have to be ready to explain how you feel, because if you don't, that storm is going to go forever, and it's not good for you. Obviously, that's not something that you want. Nobody wants that. Why would they ever want that? They just don't. It doesn't make any sense. But it's about braving that emotional storm, that mental storm that you have swimming inside you, and just kind of coming clean about what you want. Group two is the group about being honest about the things that you want in a relationship and being upfront with it, and knowing that if the other person doesn't want it, it's okay to like let them go, or because you deserve the world. You deserve what you desire in this earth. Your angels agree, your gods agree, your ancestors agree. We all agree. We all agree. You guys deserve it. And sometimes some people just aren't the one. If they are the one, then amazing. If they aren't the one, we let them go so the one can come. Let's grab a crystal here. Start fresh. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, because for quite a few of you, this might be a like the first few months might be a bit tumultuous. There may be fights. There might even be a breakup here. Um, but it's important to kind of clean that slate once that understanding is there, once things are let go, to completely cut ties with that negative energy, with that person if need be, and start from scratch. So don't be afraid to start from scratch when the time comes, even if it's like, hey, we've had like a rough year last year. Let's kind of go back to basics and just be good to ourselves and good to each other, and just kind of start fresh that way. So don't be afraid to kind of like start over with someone, because sometimes you guys deserve to start over with each other. And then we'll do a couple from the tea leaf cards. Okay. Yep. Yeah, like I hate giving like less than positive readings, but sometimes that's what happens. Um Obviously, don't keep secrets. Hidden secrets will harm you. Unsuccessful outcome to a problem. So for quite a few of you, for most of you, and that kind of sucks. Like whatever situation that you are currently in right now may not last. And I don't like saying those types of things, but I also don't like lying to people. If the cards are saying it, then there's a reason why you're here, and there's a reason why I've pulled them, or why they've decided to fly out. Um, it's okay. It's okay, because at the end of the day, if this person is not willing to make that next step, if they're not willing to cross that bridge with you into the next stage, because perhaps of some secrets that are being hidden from you, then you deserve to start fresh and move on and find someone who truly, truly understands you. Um, Six of Wands. Six of Wands, I think, was like the second card in group one. It was like, oh my god, there's so much attention coming your way. Um, but yeah, for a lot of you, it's going to be a pretty tumultuous 2023, relationship wise, for the first few months. But I'm also seeing, because the Four of Wands gives me like, okay, but when spring comes and we start fresh and we cut the ties and there's so much more coming your way, it's not a terrible year, because I feel like this tumult, is that the word? That this problem, this heavy kind of sad and despondent energy has been here for quite some time. I feel like the people who are here and looking at this and have stayed until this point, um, this does not surprise you in any way, shape, or form. But I'm happy to say that when I look at the entire thing as a whole, um, once this resolves itself in whichever way it does, you are heading toward a much better future, either with the person that you're currently with or someone who can truly, truly understand and appreciate what you want out of life. But that's it for us, group two. If this resonated with you, hit like, subscribe if you haven't. Uh, Leave a comment. Did you get group two? How do you feel about this? Are you hopeful about the future? Or, are you just tired of being in one place where, your significant other is somewhere else? Let me know. I'm going to go ahead and head for deck three, but I will see you guys in my next reading. Bye-bye. Hey, group three. Here we are with your Modern Witch Tarot deck and your selenite crystal. If you see that the light seems a bit different right now, it's because the sun is setting. There was a lot of construction earlier today, so I wasn't able to film like I wanted. So I'm using as much daylight as the world will allow me right now to get this done. But let's go ahead and let's see what we've got for our love lives in 2023. I'm gonna do one more. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. You guys are very, very anxious about, it's a physical relationship that you're having with someone. And you're not sure whether it's like you're not sure whether there's anything other than physicality, and it's kind of bugging you because you want more out of the relationship here. You want something long term, you want like commitment, and right now it feels like a friends with benefits situation. For some of you, obviously that's not the case, but it just feels like it's more physical than emotional, and it's kind of bugging you right now. And you're not entirely sure if this is what you want to keep doing or if you should cut ties with this person. Let's see what else I get here. As far as the energy for your love life for 2023, any advice, any encouragement, those flew out. So, this is a pretty strong energy for quite a few of you. Nine of Pentacles. and the Hermit. Okay. I want to get one more. Page of Cups. Ah, yeah, son. Okay. So this is a lot of it is in your head. Um, I feel like, and especially every time I see the devil card, my guides are always telling me when I see the devil card that I'm in my head a lot. Especially now that I see like the Nine of Swords with it. You want to be in a place where you are supported with your loved one here. You want to be in a place where you two are like living in, living in comfort, living with each other. And it feels like you guys are going to be in for a pretty decent surprise. There is the Hermit keeps on kind of popping up in my head here, and I'm seeing a lot of like, I am here, but I'm also taking a lot of time for myself, which is going to be, I think, for the best right now. Um, so don't be afraid if you feel that you should take a break from this person. It looks like it's not so much that the person doesn't really want this with you as well. I am seeing with the Knight of Pentacles that there is a desire to kind of take it to a place where you're both comfortable and it's a loving and fruitful relationship. Um, but I also feel like you are going to need a little bit of time to yourself to really think about what you want next, because you've been so caught up physically with this person, that you're starting to doubt your own thoughts about the relationship. And that's not fun. That's not cool. Um, there's no need for that, obviously. We're in a good place. But once you do that, and once you let your own intuition come forward here, we're going to be in a better spot. It is getting a bit too dark here, so I am going to put on a light. There we go, guys. Now we can see. Sorry about that. Like I said, it was a lot of construction work today, and I wanted to get this one done today, but the sun sets pretty fast here, so here we are using light because we couldn't use anything else. Let's go ahead. We're going to go into our sacred animal or spirit animal oracle deck and see what we have for us today. What messages, what encouragements do we have here? Because it's really funny because obviously you guys are very, very good on a physical level. And then when you take the time for yourself, it feels almost like they hadn't thought of it until you started pulling away. And then they started to see how much, not just on a physical level, but on an emotional level, you've meant to them. So it's kind of an interesting love story that I'm kind of seeing here, because the things that you want are greater than what they're giving you, but they don't even realize that the things that you want are also the things that they want until you take some time. So that may be happening for you guys today. That may be happening for you guys in this week, or not this week, in this year coming. I don't know. Wombat spirit, be at home. Be at home with yourself. Kind of take a moment to come back internally. Especially when I talk about like the Hermit It's okay to kind of take a moment and take a step back and really give yourself time to think things through here, because there's just a lot of mental jousting that you're doing with yourself that is kind of causing you those types of those problems that are keeping you up at night. And no one needs that, because everyone needs sleep. Let's be for real honest with ourselves. Sleep is important. So just, it's okay to just be within yourself and maybe feel your way through this instead of thinking too much, because your mind is kind of getting ahead of you. And that's never a good thing, because our minds are always creating nightmare scenarios when things are perfectly fine the way they are. And you deserve better than that. See, be here now. You deserve better than that. Don't get caught up in what ifs. Just think it through. What do you want? And sometimes that means taking a step back and kind of being in your present moment, being at home, and just kind of living your life in the present instead of in the past or in the future, and being worried about things or being nostalgic about things, and just kind of taking care of things as they come, because that's where your power lies. That's going to be your biggest strength in this year. And I'm getting a lot of spring vibes. So this might be something that's happening around April. Because I'm seeing the Four of Wands, so I'm definitely getting like April. That might be something that's happening around that time. Let me go into self-care. You guys are definitely going to want some self-care cards for this, because this is about taking care of your emotional self for here, especially. Because I don't want you guys to be in that sort of rut, and you don't want to be in that sort of rut, and the universe doesn't want it. And despite what you think, your person doesn't want you in that rut either. Nobody wants you there, not a single person. So let's see what we got. Chanting. Okay. So this might be a good time to take up meditation, or yoga, things like that. Mantras. There are quite a few mantras that are out there. Do I know them? No. But I have an app on my phone that has mantra meditations, which I am going to start listening to in the future, because I just got updated with those. It's Moonly. If you guys don't know what it is, it's Moonly. And I personally love it. So you guys might want to think about using the power of, the power of your voice, of your speech, of manifesting things through your words. Because not only is like mantra chanting like good for you, but how you speak things, like how you speak to yourself, can affect how people speak to you. And speaking out your desires into the universe is one of like peak manifesting methods. Like, you want this thing, you feel it in your heart, you have it in your mouth, that sort of that sort of thing. So it's definitely about being open and speaking your truth and speaking what you want and your desires as well. That might be something that you do before you take your time. That will get that person thinking. You never know. So just don't be afraid of, being vocal, because being vocal is a good thing. Let's get one more from the self-care deck. This deck that loves us so much and wants us to take care of ourselves. I'm going to go grab it from down here, from downtown. Look for fairies. When you are by yourself, when you're taking that moment Sometimes there are signs around you that tell you, what should I do? Like you'll be like, spirit, angel, guides, God, whatever, you know, this is how I feel, this is what I want, and I don't know if they want it. I'm taking this time, but was it like, I know it's a good thing for me, but like, what should I do? Should I go back to them? Should I talk with them again? Like, what do I do? The universe will tell you. The universe is very, very good at that. They will tell you what they think the best method is. They will send you little messages, whether it's like through, like, it's something somebody says in a movie or in a TV show, or it's like you'll hear a song on the radio or on your playlist on Spotify or what have you, and you're like, oh my God. And it'll just be like, oh, there's an idea, or oh, that resonates with me in a way that lets me know, how to function from here on out in regards to the situation. So be on the lookout for signs, for synchronicities, for, for things that let you know that this is the path you should take, whether it's, to go back to them and talk, or to maybe cut it off completely. That's it's being able to see those signs and know where to go from there. So definitely do that for yourself, because you deserve to know, you deserve to get the answers that you seek. And no one has better answers than the universe. You know what I'm saying? Listen to them. They know what they're talking about. They're pretty good at this. Like, I'm not giving this advice. Like, this is being called down from the universe through my mouth, dude. Like, if I didn't have a connection to them, I wouldn't know what to say, my friends. I would not know a single thing. Let's see. We go ahead, and this is Believe in Your Own Magic deck, and see what they've got for us here, and grab one of these. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you do at this point, be confident about it. I'll put this down. Because you are powerful. You have control. You deserve to live a life that is full of joy and confidence, and to be, but can you see it? I know I've got the light going. Okay. Especially when I'm looking at this, like, she is beautiful. She's this chubby lady. She's got these stretch marks going. She don't give she doesn't give a hoot what anybody is thinking. She's sitting there on the beach reading and being happy and being comfortable in her own skin. Oftentimes when you're not sure whether or not you are in a place where you should be, sometimes that has a lot to do with how you feel about yourself and your own self-confidence. Be confident in yourself, because you are a catch, my friend. You are chef's kiss. Whatever it is that you're feeling that is not enough for someone, it's weird. Like, we don't get to decide that. We don't get to decide that. What you have to make sure is that you are enough for yourself, and everything else will follow after that. Super, 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 super important for you to know. So, especially when you're taking that time to be with yourself, be out there, do things that you love. Like, you deserve to have that time to really enjoy life as a person. Just enjoy life just in general. Just kind of take in sunrises and sunsets, and going in like the park to walk, or say hi to a dog. You know what I mean? Just enjoy yourself in that capacity. I'm going to grab one from the crystal deck and see what the crystal deck has to say to us. Any type of advice about our time alone, or any type of like thought processes or advice that you guys have for us, dear crystals? Anything at all want to jump at us, or do I have to work for it? I gotta work for it? Is that what we're telling? Yep, I gotta work for it. Okay, that's fine. Yep. I can't put this any clearer than that. Be here now. Live in the now. Like, get out of your head. Get out of your head. If you need to take time alone and away from this person, you can go ahead and just tell them, hey, I just need some time to myself for now, but get out of your head, because you deserve better than that. You deserve better than to be in this spiral of, is this a good idea? Like, no one needs that. You don't need that. Be okay with what is happening with yourself, and be okay with just existing for a while without having to think about things that have happened or things that will happen, because you deserve to have that moment to yourself. Live in the now. Be present, because in the present, that is where your power is. I can't say it enough times without it like coming out of the screen. So we're gonna go grab some from the tea leaf, maybe just 2 of them, and then we will call it a day. Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Okay. Yeah, because if you guys are looking for a commitment from this person, it looks like you may be getting it. I keep on getting the Page of Cups being like, hey, turns out I really do have like super hard feelings for you. I also have a bird perched, waiting for news, package, or a letter. It feels like this person will come to you. So don't worry about that. Like, focus on being present in your own life. Focus on doing things for you and being happy with you and yourself and how things are going, because when it's time for them to come clean about their feelings for you, they will seek you out, because they're going to be unable to take it anymore, and they're going to be like, group 3, like, I know you said you wanted time alone, and I was totally okay with giving you that time alone, but I can't keep going without letting you know that, like, when you decide that you want to come back, I want everything. Like, I want the whole deal. Like, not just like a physical thing. Like, I want like a proper relationship with you. So, it's take care of yourself and be present in your life in 2023. Because as you take care of yourself, that love that you're asking for with this person, they'll be aware of their feelings as you take care of yourself. So just keep that vibe, keep your vibes high, and you will attract what you want into your life. Okay, group V, that is it. That is our reading for love life for 2023. If this resonated with you, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, leave a comment. Did you did you get group 3? How do you feel about it? What are you gonna do with your alone time? Are you gonna like, binge watch some shows? Are you gonna go like skydiving or something? What are you guys gonna do? Just let me know what you guys have got going. I wish you guys a very awesome 2023, and I will see you guys in one of my next readings. Bye-bye.